here, right now.
Two officers died after stepping in a brutal trap of a madman. Who was the shooter? What pushed him to do this? Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to stay updated. Without further ado, let's get started. On the night of October 12, 2022, 35-year-old Nicholas Brutcher and his brother Nathan left their parents' home in Bristol, Connecticut, and headed to a nearby bar called Bleachers, just a mile away. They arrived between 7 and 7:30 p.m. as the bar was hosting an open mic night. Nicholas planned to perform stand-up comedy later that evening. However, things took a turn when Nicholas had too much to drink. The bartender cut him off, refusing to serve him any more alcohol. Meanwhile, Nathan was playing pool. At some point, another patron walked up to the bar to get change for the pool table. In what seemed like a friendly gesture, the man put his arm around Nicholas. But Nicholas didn't take it well. He warned the man not to touch him. The situation quickly escalated into a heated argument. Nicholas issued another warning before suddenly elbowing the man in the face, sending him stumbling backward. The bartender stepped in, threatening to call the police if they didn't stop. Both Nicholas and the patron insisted it wasn't necessary, claiming they'd take the fight outside. As they moved toward the vestibule near the front door, Nicholas suddenly threw a punch. The patron was hit in the head and knocked to the ground. During the scuffle, the patron's handgun fell out of its holster. A friend of Nicholas quickly grabbed the gun and handed it to the bartender for safekeeping. The fight didn't end there. It spilled out into the parking lot, where Nicholas' brother Nathan noticed the commotion. More pushing and shoving followed, until bystanders finally stepped in. By then, someone had already called the police. When officers arrived at 8:52 p.m., witnesses told them the Brutcher brothers had left in a white pickup truck. The patron involved in the fight was interviewed, saying he wasn't hurt and didn't want to press charges, because Nicholas was just drunk and acting out. However, police still wanted to speak with him. Based on the witness accounts, the police immediately began searching for the white pickup truck.
Be Connecticut combination Charlie 175084. So white work body truck, Bay Area, Surrey Drive.
At 8:56 p.m., officers spotted Nicholas's vehicle and pulled him over.
Come get him. This is what I get. Where's Officer Hamsey tonight?
He's not working over here tonight. I think he's off.
Hit him up, Tom. Nick said hi.
Hang on. I can outrun this motherfucker. Nick bugs and shit.
Yeah, Nick, stop.
I'll be
He
ghost.
thinks he's like Hollywood.
He wouldn't want to chase me.
Officer Pollock requested to speak to Nicholas' brother Nathan outside the truck. Nathan told the police he was driving Nicholas home because Nicholas was too drunk to get behind the wheel. However, Officer Pollock pointed out that Nathan's driver's license had expired, and since Nicholas was clearly intoxicated, neither of them could legally drive. As a result, the truck would have to be towed. Meanwhile, Nicholas became irritated and stepped out of the car.
Hang tight in the truck.
Nah, I'm gonna go talk with the cop and my brother. I'm gonna talk with my brother and yourself.
You're not listening, and you're making the situation much worse. You can stand right here. You're going to stay right here. If you move, you are going to be placed under arrest for interfering with an investigation, okay? Stay right here. Thank you.
Inside. Oh, he's fine. Chill out, Nick.
They let fucking 7 motherfuckers be cops. Mr. Mackenzie, King 9.
They let large pieces of what? What do you do?
Don't worry about what the fuck I do.
Lighter filler.
I make a fuck ton more money than you do, baby boy.
Look at you, fucking mess.
Yeah, okay.
People are proud of you.
Yeah, I'm
Proud of you.
But no, my parents definitely are.
Gotta get your little baby brother all jammed up. Driving
No, he is jammed. What? What's his problem?
No, I said you got him all jammed up, coming to
I
get
don't
shot.
got him
He's
jammed. Is he jammed up? Are you you're telling me that he's jammed up?
No, he's jammed up. Yo,
Jammed up? Okay. Then that's his shit.
you did it to her.
Okay, I'll fucking walk home, dude.
How does that help him?
It's not gonna make your short ass dick any longer, bro.
Why are you talking about my dick, bro?
Dude, because you are nothing. You are nothing.
You're enough. I vape.
Yeah, tell them we're good. Yeah, tell me good in the truck. Yeah, everything's fucking great.
Nicholas seemed intent on provoking the officers. He mocked one of them, making a crude comment about genital size.
Bristol, please,
Go
fucking lick your dog. Go lick your dog's fucking
Nick, no. Yeah, see you move. Look at that in your truck.
Ah!
See? Yo, look what you did.
That's
He's like a ninja.
He is. Nick,
He's like a ninja.
Nah, fuck you, dude.
passenger seat.
Dude.
You're shot, bro.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I really want to hurt you right now. So back
Yeah,
up.
man.
I'm sorry.
Tell him to get in the passenger seat.
buddy.
Tell him to get in the passenger seat, please.
Like I won't
He doesn't
see you
listen
from
to me.
800 yards, motherfucker.
800 yards.
Stop.
Yeah.
Passenger seat.
No, we're not going anywhere.
Let's wait in our car.
They are lying.
So we can't right here?
We
sit
are
in the
not
truck.
going anywhere.
Can we sit in the truck? Sit in the
The
truck.
car is going to get
No
towed,
shit. But let's
and we
sit.
are going to walk away.
Can we sit in it?
No, I'm not sitting.
Nick, he said we could.
Then you.
That's fucked. Because I get ruined on this shit. You're
You're not getting ruined, Nathan.
because of
Nobody's
me.
gonna do anything.
Like, I wouldn't pick you up. Nick, look at how
There's
many
not
fucking
enough.
goalposts you got there.
Enough of them here.
Then chill. Fuck. Out.
Sit
Knock me
in
out.
the car.
Look at, he knocked me out once. Let's see you do it again. Right now.
Leave.
Nick, if you want to get to the cops, you gotta hit me one more fucking time.
Leave me alone. I'm
No,
not
get
assaulting
in
you
the
front
car.
of police.
Get in the be up close.
Absolutely
Nick, can you put him in
not.
cuffs?
No, you can't put me in
Set him
cuffs.
right here.
I've done
Until
nothing
the
to be
tow
put in
truck
cuffs.
When asked about the pushing incident, Officer McGrain said, while discussing whether Nathan Brutcher would be jammed up for his behavior, Nicholas Brutcher became more agitated and began to approach me in a belligerent manner. Nicholas seemed to be very agitated to the point I thought he might want to harm us based on his body language and verbal attacks. I considered the movement toward me to be in a very quick and aggressive manner. Based on his verbal attack on myself and other officers, I believed he may have wanted to cause me harm. As Nicholas got about a few feet from me, I closed the distance and used two open hands to make contact with his upper body in an attempt to create distance so that I could reassess the situation. Nicholas moved back a few feet before becoming very dramatic and falling into a grassy area in a yard. I believe this was for dramatic effect, because he seemed to be laughing as he fell to the ground. He then jumped up, as if nothing had ever happened. We then embraced each other for a quick second. I did not take the embrace as a threat, because at that point he was laughing and not presenting a threat to me. While Officer Pollock started filling out the paperwork to ticket Nathan for driving without a valid license, the Brutcher brothers became verbally aggressive toward the police, shouting and swearing, including using racist slurs. Their loud and disruptive behavior drew the attention of nearby residents who came outside to see what was going on. Because of the noise and commotion, Officer Pollock added an additional charge of creating a public disturbance. Then he arranged for transportation to take the brothers home.
It's so unfair to you guys.
Yeah,
It's so fucking
I'm
unfair.
aggressive. Please back away. I'm trying to call for my ride home. And this is making it very awkward for me to call to my house.
You know, call mom and
No,
tell
Mom would not appreciate having set 1, 2,
What?
3, 4, 5.
man.
I think 5 top cars here. Like, that's seriously nuts.
They're gonna have to let the dog out because they're such
Dude,
pussies.
I just called
Because
my
this
friend
dude's
who has top
this
dog.
dude's 6 foot. This dude's 5'6".
The Brutcher brothers were free to go, but Nicholas was not done. He tried to escalate the situation into a physical confrontation.
Hey, buddy boy, hey, listen, I'm not, dude, what's his name? Last name's McGrain. Hey, McGrain.
Nick,
How loud do I have to get
officer's
for
talking
you to
to
get
Mom.
at me?
Mom. I'm scared of you. Why would I ever want to fight Mom? You should be. You should be.
No, he shouldn't.
You are strapped every once in a while, too. So who gives a fuck?
What's the difference between now and every other time?
No.
Am I?
No, he's not. He's not. He lets us drink and we ain't sick. Hey, guys.
I don't drink any. I don't drink any.
She's talking to my mom. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Man, Mom's on the way. Mom's coming. Not Dad.
Just as the tow truck was about to pull away, Nicholas stepped up to the passenger side and signaled the driver. He had something to say.
Hey man, I gotta come pick this car up for me.
Yeah, there's a 48-hour hold on it.
48.
Yeah. Yep.
No, there isn't. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you.
No. No, I'm going to the shop. He's going inside.
Police called Nicholas's mother, Katrina, to pick them up. When she arrived, Nicholas refused to get in her car and started walking home. Katrina apologized to the officers and assured them she would return to pick him up, which she did. By 9:30 p.m., the traffic stop was officially over. For the police, it was a closed case. For Nicholas, it wasn't. The tension from his heated exchange with the police lingered. Silent and focused, he dressed in camouflage, carefully assembling his weapons with an unsettling precision. Within half an hour, at 10:32 p.m., he dialed 911.
Bristol 911, what's the address of the emergency?
It is Redstone Hill Road. Your officers had an altercation with a man earlier tonight. And I don't know if he's good.
Yeah, I did. Okay, what's the emergency at Redstone Hill Road?
I don't know. It's just not. It's not good.
Okay. What's your name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas, what's your last name?
It's Brutcher.
Okay. You called 911. What's the emergency at Redstone Hill Road?
I don't know if it's necessarily an emergency, but it really does.
Okay. We did shift change. I have no idea what you're talking about. You called 911. What is the emergency?
Yes, sir. I can't even say if it really is an emergency. I just think that this young man needs some talking to.
What young man?
Nathan.
Nathan what?
Same last name.
Okay, where is he?
He's in the home.
He's at your house at Redstone Hill Road?
Yeah, it's not very good. Nothing violent.
Who is he in relation to you?
My brother.
Your brother. Okay. What's going on?
We got into a altercation with patrol officers earlier on in the night, and he's just carrying on about it. So.
Okay. Where was the altercation?
I couldn't tell you the road. It had to do with stuff from bleachers.
Okay. What's he doing right now that prompted you to call 911?
He's just being very, aggressive.
Towards who?
I mean, anybody that he had come in contact with.
Okay. Who else is at the house?
It's just him and myself.
Okay. What's he doing now? I mean, you're saying anybody coming in contact with, you're the only one he's coming in contact with if it's just you two of you. So what's he?
I mean, I don't want to fight my brother. He's just being very aggressive towards me at the current time, and like I don't want to get him in trouble.
Okay. How old is Nathan?
I also I want to say 25.
Any weapon?
No.
Has it been violent at all? Any physical?
I mean, a little bit physical, but
in what way?
I mean, just like how men get physical with each other when they're all upset and such.
Okay, so he was pushing you. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but can you tell me, was he pushing you around? Did he punch you? Did he tackle you? I mean...
No. I didn't get punched, but yeah, definitely pushed, and like I'm saying, this is coming off of a previous.
Okay, is he intoxicated right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna say, have you been drinking too?
No.
Okay. All right. Listen, we're gonna have an officer come over and see you guys. Okay.
I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
3 officers arrived at 310 Redstone Hill Road. Sergeant Dustin DeMonte, Officer Alex Hamzy, and Officer Alec Urado. Officers Hamzy and DeMonte parked their cruisers directly in front of the house, facing east. Officer Urado parked across the street, facing west. Exiting their vehicles, they walked up the driveway toward the side door. As they approached, Officer Hamzy remarked, "I went to school with this kid." What they didn't know was that Nicholas Brutcher was lying in wait. Hidden near the bushes in front of the neighboring house, he was dressed in full camouflage gear and heavily armed. From his vantage point, he had a clear shot at the approaching officers. At 310 Redstone Hill Road, a detached garage was connected to the house by an open breezeway. As the officers advanced, they noticed a shotgun leaning against the garage. Officer Hamzy picked it up and checked it. At that moment, Nathan Brutcher appeared in the doorway of the house. Officer Urado ordered him to step outside. As he did, Nathan muttered, "I don't even have my phone." Suddenly, gunfire erupted.
Here, right now.
From his concealed position, Nicholas Brutcher opened fire with the AR-15, unleashing a barrage of more than 80 rounds. All 3 officers were hit. His brother Nathan was also struck. Officer Hamzy collapsed first. Sergeant DeMonte, wounded, ran through the breezeway into the backyard, where he briefly spotted Nicholas's father. Turning back toward the driveway, he tried to reach Officer Hamzy, but his injuries took their toll. He collapsed onto the pavement. Officer Urado, shot in the upper right leg, managed to escape through the breezeway into the backyard.
Shots fired! Shots fired! More cars! Send everyone! Officer shot. Officer shot.
Where's he got shot?
Oh.
Then, Nicholas Brutcher stepped out from his hiding spot, walking toward the fallen officers. His parents, who had rushed outside and were standing in their backyard, watched in horror as the nightmare unfolded. Standing over Sergeant DeMonte, Nicholas fired multiple shots at close range. At one point, his AR-15 malfunctioned. He had inserted the magazine incorrectly. Without hesitation, he switched to a handgun and walked toward Officer Hamzy, saying, "You, Alex Hamzy, I'm not going to kill you." Then he shot Officer Hamzy multiple times. His mother, Katrina Brutcher, screamed uncontrollably, begging him to stop. But Nicholas yelled out, "How proud are you of me? How proud?" Meanwhile, Officer Urado, wounded but determined, moved along the back of the house and into a neighboring yard. He radioed for backup, then kept going until he reached the police cruisers parked on Redstone Hill Road. From there, he could hear Nicholas fumbling with a weapon, trying to reload. Bracing himself against Officer Hamzy's cruiser, Irado took careful aim. With a single, precise shot, he struck Nicholas Brutcher at the base of the skull, killing him instantly. As required by law, an investigation into the use of deadly force followed. It concluded that Officer Irado's actions were fully justified. His quick thinking and courage under fire were later recognized, a stark contrast to Nicholas's calculated act of violence. Nicholas Brutcher, the eldest of 4 brothers, grew up in Bristol, Connecticut. He graduated high school in 2005, earning varsity letters in football and wrestling. Former classmates described him as a bully, often picking fights. After high school, he attempted to enlist in the U.S. Army, but was rejected, possibly for medical reasons. Despite this, he sometimes falsely claimed to be a veteran. He worked for a construction company, New England Liner Systems, in Plantsville, Connecticut, where he had been employed since he was 19. Over time, he climbed the ranks to become a supervisor, but his work performance had recently declined. In 2015, Nicholas married and had 2 children, but the marriage ended in divorce by 2019. His ex-wife later entered a relationship with one of Nicholas's friends. In early 2022, he learned she was pregnant with the friend's child. This revelation sent him into a downward spiral of heavy drinking and substance abuse. Multiple sources confirmed to investigators that his alcohol problem had become severe in the months leading up to the shooting. Nicholas's mother noted that he was still in love with his ex-wife and resented his former friend for taking his place as the head of the family. The friend recalled an unsettling encounter where Nicholas confronted him while he was watching the children, making him feel threatened. Strangely, Nicholas's ex-wife gave birth on October 12, 2022, the same day as the deadly ambush. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered another source of stress in Nicholas's personal life. A forensic analysis of his phone revealed that he had frequently installed and uninstalled the dating app Grindr over the past year. There were clear indications that he wanted to keep this part of his life private. Despite dating multiple women during this time, one of whom he had also impregnated, messages from 2 days before the shooting suggested he was seeking a date with another man. The exact motive behind Nicholas's rampage remains unclear, but authorities believe the tense traffic stop earlier that evening played a significant role. His actions left an entire community mourning the senseless loss of 2 dedicated officers. When the Bristol police arrived at 310 Redstone Hill Road, they saw Officer Hamzy lay motionless in the driveway, just east of the breezeway. He was found on his back, his body riddled with gunshot wounds, many to his head and face. Beneath his right leg rested a loaded Glock 45 handgun. Near his left knee, an empty 27-round Glock 9mm magazine lay on the pavement. Just north of Officer Hamzy, a large pool of blood marked where Sergeant DeMonte had collapsed before officers rushed him to the hospital. Nearby, detectives found a fully loaded Glock 45 9mm handgun. The shooter, Nicholas Brutcher, was found lying on his left side in the driveway, just north of the eastern corner of the garage. He had been shot once at the base of his neck, the fatal bullet that ended the attack. Near him, detectives found a Glock 17 handgun, empty, with no magazine and no bullet in the chamber. To the east of his body, a 17-round Glock magazine loaded with 15 rounds. A camouflage magazine pouch containing one AR-style magazine loaded with 28 rounds of 5.56 ammunition. Northeast of his body, an AR-15 style Stag Arms rifle, with the magazine inserted upside down. Inside the Brutcher home, police found a stockpile of weapons. In the garage, they discovered a gun safe, which contained 7 firearms. In the kitchen, detectives found 25 rounds of 357 ammunition, 1 9mm round, a loaded Glock 19 9mm pistol. Inside the primary bedroom, detectives uncovered multiple ammunition storage containers holding a mix of different caliber rounds. A gun case beneath the bed, containing a Sig Sauer 1911 45 caliber pistol, a Remington Model 700, along with 3 unloaded magazines. In the bedroom closet, a green tactical vest was found, carrying 2 loaded 10-round magazines. The search revealed not just weapons but preparation, a clear indication that Nicholas Brutcher was armed and ready for violence long before the ambush began. Sadly, Sergeant DeMonte passed away in the hospital. Meanwhile, Nicholas's brother Nathan sustained gunshot wounds to his right thigh and left knee. A toxicology report later revealed that Nathan's ethanol level was 153, indicating he had been heavily intoxicated at the time of the shooting. He remained in the hospital for 2 days before being discharged on October 14, 2022. In the wake of the tragedy, the Bristol Police Department and local residents came together to honor the fallen and support their grieving families. In just 11 days, over $1 million was raised to support the families of the fallen officers. By the end of October, more than 100 people visited the memorial outside the Bristol Police Department every single day to pay their respects. Sergeant Dustin DeMonte and Officer Alex Hamzy were forever remembered, becoming the 149th and 150th names added to the Connecticut Police Academy Memorial in Meriden. DeMonte, a lifelong Miami Dolphins fan, was honored by the team during a game, paying tribute to his service and sacrifice. The New England Patriots also recognized both officers, sharing their condolences on social media. On October 21, 2022, a massive crowd of nearly 10,000 law enforcement officers and supporters from across the United States and Canada gathered in East Hartford to say goodbye. During the funeral, both officers were posthumously promoted, DeMonte to lieutenant and Hamzy to sergeant. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont attended, delivering a heartfelt message. He said, "Lieutenant DeMonte and Sergeant Hamzy are heroes. They served with integrity and courage. We will forever keep them and their families in our hearts." The ceremony ended with a helicopter flyover and the solemn sound of bagpipes playing Amazing Grace, a final tribute to 2 officers who gave everything in the line of duty. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Please share your thoughts in the comments. If there's a case you're interested in, let us know. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.